Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
Alright. I'm against Garen here. I like second wind against Garen a lot because, so you'll see right here he is phase rush, right? Any good Garen's gonna run phase rush, so they're just going to run in on you and then run out. Bone plating's cooldown is 55 seconds, almost a minute long. So I prefer second wind here, so I can just heal up on those trades and compete with his passive healing, because my passive healing plus Door and Shield is almost equal. His is still better because he back up after trades forever. Mobile set, but still pretty good. That's why I like second win here. Good bone plating. But other than that, matchup is somewhat straightforward. Can be tough against a good Garen, but the whole thing that happened here is they're actually ganked. You can tell by the title of the video. So I just kind of ended up stomping. But good Garens, they go phase rush like this guy. So they just go in on you and spin away while you're silenced. But there's ways around that. First is Stride first, like I'll go in this game. And then before I get silenced, I just throw on the Stride Breaker so he can't get out. Also just following him and then he pulling afterwards. Yeah, there's a variety of things you can do. Basically just the Garen matchup is not like other Bruiser matchups where he's just going to fight you straight up. He's going to kite you almost like an EDC or a mage would. Phase rush. So you just need to force him to fight you with Stride Breaker, your E, and your ult, whatever you have available. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This game, I played pretty well around the lead the jungler helped me get, and then just absorb pressure and become a monster in 2 fights. A really good game, one of the best games I've played in a little bit. I'm up to plat 1, 50 LP or something after this game on like a 56, 57% win rate. On Sett specifically, I have like a 65% win rate or some stuff because I'm not like blinding Sett that much anymore. I did blind him this game, but it was decent with our comp because we had what all was locked in. We had Alistar, Jace, and Elise locked in. It was just me and Kaisa left to pick. And so this was a good pick because I knew I could use Dunk to peel and also set up plays. So even if it was a bad matchup, I knew something good. But for the most part, when I'm blinding, I'm picking Warren now. So that's been a good thing. Sett has so many counters that blinding him consistently just feels bad. Yeah, that's pretty much everything for the game. Refillable potion again here. Just going with that theme of trying to match his sustain. It's not a bad strategy to just try to do the best so that Garen's not going to out-heal you, because in terms of just raw damage, most bruisers, I would say, have Garen. Kind of what balances, or I mean, Garen's kind of a Thanos champ right now, it's just not that balance, but at least in theory, what balances him with other bruisers, he does less damage, but he's up like God, so... Refillable Dorans and second wind, plus my passive at this point. All of that equals just his passive, but still. That's good. And I have a massive XP lead here, because I teleport. And yeah, I might have been watching. I could have gotten away from Kayn there. The problem is Kayn has a dash and I don't. My only speed is for going into combat, not away from it. So I just took the fight, got him as low as possible so that Elise could finish. I thought she was going to get Garen and get a double kill. But even though just getting that 1-for-1, still fine because I had TP to get back here and no. You know, Mr. Garen. Yeah, pretty much just big chilling. I'm getting level 6 before him, so then I can start pressuring him. But it's hard to actually just straight up all in Garen because he'll just leave. Like this. So close. But yeah, it is what it is. And this ward I put here is really clutch.
Shut down.
'Cause you'll see the jungler whenever they path to the red or from Krugs to Raptors. Another really good one here is right here. You see this guy's just messing with. But this bush right here, someone I know calls it the MVP ward. Super underrated ward because it doesn't get checked a lot, but it also gets that vision. If you get a wave pushed in, you can. Try warding that. You'll be surprised how good a vision it gets you. I didn't think I had time to get that ward down and not miss CSXP, so I put that ward down. Still a good ward. Rip cannon, don't hate me. Gank. What I'm trying to do is hold my ult for after at least E. Because the way he was running was predictable. I thought she would E earlier, but then she wasn't Eing, so I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna use my ult. And then she E'd as I ulted, of course. And so it's just unlucky. But in the future, you can try to coordinate who's gonna do what when with your jungler. See if that helps, but I thought she would just E after I pulled him in stride break. It was whatever. She's done well though. The whole point of this game, what I'm showing is like how I use getting jungler ganks to actually just hard win the game. Even though like my Jace was perma feeding this match, it's not feeding yet, but you'll see. Spoiler alert, he just hardens. This top lane here, champions are super good with golden XP, and so the jungler helped me out against Garen, creating this CSXP difference you're seeing here. I just snowballed it out of control by itemization. You'll see I'll rush Hullbreaker second and then just put the pressure on the whole time. I know it feels kind of rare whenever the jungler actually ganks you, like Elise has been ganking me this game, really focusing me. When it does happen, it's great, and you need to know how to snowball into a win. I'm gonna look at this wave here. So that was a little mistake by me. You see this wave's a little too close. If I would have pulled that wave just for a second while I was basing, I would have set up better and potentially frozen. I'm not exactly sure if it would have or wouldn't have, but I should have pulled it for a second and would have either frozen or allowed me to build up better. Slow push. Still went well. The reason why I'm basing there is get a slight minion lead, but not enough. I know that I'm only gonna miss like a couple minions of XP, and then it's gonna set up a nice slow push like you see here, where I'm pretty safe. Garen keeps trying to go in, but see, I did that thing where I stride breakered before the silence, and so he's not able to just phase rush out of there like he wants to. So I force him to fight me with that slow, and things go well, giving my lead. So whenever you're against a Garen, you feel like you have counterplay because he just silences you and then runs out before you can pull him back in. Stride breaker. It's a necessity. You stride breaker before the trade starts. You keep him slowed. Punch his ass.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
I've got a lot of weight on my shoulders. Forward! Hey, look! I'm pulling the world up! I could do this for hours. Really? I've got a lot of weight on my shoulders.
Turret plating will fall soon.
The thing I'd do differently about that trade there is you saw I used E first, then stride breaker second when I came on slow. I'm going to do stride breaker first or silence. And then after the silence, you eat W, because then E and those minions like you saw, it'll stun them and then I can get the damage W. Garen is nasty start fight. Got his flash there, so I remember the game correctly. I just dive him here with ult. When he has flash like that and I vault, just Q towards him. And you ult them out of tower range, there's nothing they can do with that. Oh, Garen's upset.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
But yeah, you can set ult creatively to get yourself out of tower pressure. Something I've learned from Autolycus, which is Autolycus will occasionally ult them into, so if you look at a tower, his tower's gone. You will ult them right here and then W, because if you ult them right there, even though you don't have E anymore, you can't pull them and like guarantee the W with a stun. They have nowhere to go because they're stuck in that corner, so he'll E them into their own tower right there and then throw up a massive W, and that's a creative way to guarantee a true damage W. But yeah, pretty much you can just get really good tower dives on Sett with your ult. Especially if like waves are crashing, you just go under tower real quick, ult him back. You've taken some damage from the tower, so your W is big, and then you've ulted him back onto the minion wave. You can E guarantee the stun and true damage W that way.
Hey, look! I'm pulling the world up!
And again, I guess I should explain, my CS was terrible, you saw there. I pulled that wave just a little bit so it wouldn't crash or hit too deep. So this, even though it's only 3 minions, so we'll set up a true freeze. It'll allow me to slow push minion wave 1, then slow push minion wave 2, and slow push minion wave 3. You see here I'm now fast pushing, just so that I crush 2 waves instead of 3. Because my team's on Herald, so I'm just looking to push it in so that if something happens there and I need to rotate, I can, and I'm not missing CS. But your general trade, or your general minion wave, things change. You have the first tower knock I have here. Get like either 4 minions and then freeze, or like you have less than 4 if you don't want to freeze. You pull a minion advantage the enemy. So invade and dash push the third off of it. This fight gets sloppy, I could have played better. See here, I should have W'd there. And I have flash. To argue that I should W flash there. Whatever. Yeah, I should just leave. But I chase too deep. See what happens. Terrible. Yeah, I should. Honestly, I could have won this one, but and two case. Nice thing. Watch this disgusting animal.
Shut down.
This was a jungler support IQ level play. Only see this level in mids. Look at this. Just leave here. Just run for your life. You're not winning.
Killing spree.
He thinks he's Chovy. He's not. Oh yeah, itemization I talked about earlier. So when I'm winning hard like this, I like to go Hallbreaker second. The reason is with Hallbreaker, obviously in the side lane, you create so much pressure. At this point, no one can one me in the side lane, right? And I add on Hallbreaker, I'm a big threat to taking towers. Sometimes though, I really like Hallbreaker's stats, even if you're not alone using the passive of it, but sometimes I don't like to go it. If my team really can't team fight without me, if I'm like the front line and there's like divers or something, carries can't do what they want to do. But I go it here because we have an Alistar, right? So he's a decent front line, and then also Elise and Kaisa are slippery damage carries. So I'm confident that like I can leave them sometimes do their thing while I take towers. So I go Hullbreaker and commit to a split push. I love doing this because you're gonna get so much XP, and so much gold. Side lane like this with Hullbreaker, people just can't stand up to you, especially when you're this fed like I am. So that's why I'm going Hullbreaker second here instead of like Titanic or Spear or Black Cleaver or Sterix. Set. There's also times where I like I don't want to split, but there's a lot of kiting, and I want to be a team fighter this game. In a game, I will rush for second. The Dead Man's Plate gives me good movement speed. It's harder to kite. It charges an auto attack, almost like a hard steal kind of. I would say. Yeah, don't sleep on Dead Man's Plate second sometimes. If it's team fighting, you're worried about getting kited. And you see what's so fun about Garen there. Even using Shredbreaker first, she was able to spin out. Way to counter that is just start walking forward towards the in the first place. Instead of autoing during the silence. Because then you'll be able to keep up with it when he tries to get away. You can eat him. Only way out of that at that point is if he goes the other way and just towards my base, at which point he's in a terrible position. You see my jungler top side, we're just going to collapse off anyway at that point. So after he silences you, he gets this much move speed at this point in the game, with his moves so leveled. In his, what you call it, reserve degrees. You can just walk forward during that, and you'll still be able to stun him. I think I have a good ult, if I recall. Yeah, big ult under tower. Yeah, when you go under tower on a squishy like Karthus there, he's done for because I have enough health. What I'm gonna do, just ult on him. I get that splash damage, have that slow, and I taking tower shots, so I'm just gonna get a big W. He's just done for. So don't be afraid to ult a big guy like Garen onto a squishy under tower. Good strat. Don't be too afraid of towers. They can work in your favor. Set taking tower shots, charge up a W. It's nothing. Got team out here. I'm going Titanic third. Titanic third is generally what I like with Hullbreaker. A lot of times I'll go Titanic second anyways. I really like the item, but it helps you push hard, so that synergizes as well with the Hullbreaker splitting. Real threat in the side lanes. I push fast. Team's on Baron here, and I have TP up. That's why I'm bot pushing hard. Want to pull attention to me. And if things get hazy on Baron, I TP, or I can choose not to. Or if things don't get hazy, no one matches me. I just keep pushing hard with the Titanic. Plus Hullbreaker and Shredbreaker attack speed. I'm going to melt towers. The only way you can melt towers faster is if you go Triforce first, which if you've been watching my videos, you see I have some videos with Triforce. I like Triforce sometimes when I'm going to commit hard to the split push, but it's not as good team fighting because push you don't have as here, amazing ult. The only reason we don't in this team fight hard is because Jace has 8 deaths at this point. But ults like that are how you want to play team fights as Sett. See, even then we pretty close team fight. We end up again Sarah. When you ult like that, absorbing pressure off your backline, you're putting pressure onto there, so it's good for the team fight in the end. You can see here we won left only have one, but Sarah, so it is. But I played it properly, results-based analysis consistent. If you think you didn't do something right, but you know, what they're going to do after I die is kind of out of my control. If they want to go die to Xerath, they can go die to Xerath. Flash into its fucking ability. Go ahead and do that. Yeah. Alt that frontliner onto the back line. Stridebreaker E, W. It's big. That's how you team fight a Sett. And even with the Hullbreaker passive, you know, when I'm next to teammates like that, it's not in action. Still, the stats are good. You know, health, AD, and ability haste. And that's just how you team fight there. You'll see me do that further later in the game, especially when I'm fed like this. I get onto the back line, you know, I'm 3 levels ahead of Garen. That's a problem for them. They have to come back and deal with me. I saw Garen come back and try to help his teammates out. I get on their back line. If I'm left unchecked, they're done. And yeah, at this point I'm just ahead, so this guy is dead man walking. You can see all this came from my decision making and my itemization. From, you know, appreciative at least focus me early, help me get a lead. And I capitalized on that by building for myself, recognizing that I have this lead. So I'm gonna go Hullbreaker so that I'm a massive threat in the side lane. So and when you have that lead, when a jungler getting to you, you can make sure you pay it forward by. It sounds weird, you know, that building Hullbreaker is gonna be good for your team, but I'm so strong that they need really at least 3 people to match me here. So I'm absorbing so much pressure, and if they leave me unchecked like I am here, I can run through their base with this Titanic Hullbreaker combo. So yeah, sometimes the best thing you can do for your team is, you know, go for the split push, build a Hullbreaker. You just become a real raid boss. also have that call fields I'm building into Shojin. Spear of Shojin is the 4th item here. I like it a lot. You get a lot of ability haste. You can get 2 Ws in a fight a lot of times, and it just helps you when you get in these tricky like 1v2s, 1v3s, when you're going to split push heavy build like I am. It'd be really important to fight it out, EW, then kite back. Cooldowns are going to be short, so you're cutting back for a little bit, baiting them into you, appearing weak or strong. Then you're going to go back in. You'll have W up sooner. I'm a big fan of the, the Spear of Shojin. The stats are really good on Sett now, but also that passive. It's going to, make a... Sounds small, but you're going to get that W up, a second sooner, or a second and a half sooner. That passive and that ability haste. Makes a big difference, especially when you're doing this split push build here. In a team fight, you're not always going to get W second. A lot of times you're going to Alt-E Stride Breaker, throw down the W. And, after that, won the team fight, or you've lost it, you're not going to have a chance a second W on the split push. Some long run-up fights a lot of the time. And the short cooldowns can come up big. I didn't prioritize Black Cleaver here because the only one building any armor here. It's the Kane Death Stance. Garen's building a little bit, but this guy, nothing. He's a fly on the wall at this point, this juncture. So I'm a big fan of Spear. Go that 4th here, and then 5th will be your typical Hysterics, that durability, that shield's big, and then that AD increase. It shows the only health item that passive get AD out of it. Okay, so here's a teleport. I'm typing to my team. I'm saying don't fight without me. I'm splitting for pressure. All you have to do is not fight. They decide to fight anyways, so I TP and try to help them. Inside 2020, I honestly might not have made this TP. In the heat of the moment, I think it was the best pick. My whole team wiped it. I did. And I got some bodies back here. And I ulted the pressure. But if I were further up, closer to hitting their towers, I wouldn't keep given where my positioning was. I'm gonna get enough out of it just to find out like a fella here. I should have just kept running at this point, but I thought I could get the Kane. How red Kane is, it's red buffs actually. With that TP, I think it was worth it. I ended up getting 2 kills and helping stall them out. They could have done Baron if I didn't. Kane got distracted trying to kill me and did succeed in the end, but they didn't get Baron out of it. I was able to nuke their Zerath because after he misses that route, I know I can Q forward to get that movement speed. Onto him, apply the Stride Breaker. He's done for at that junction. It is what it is. You gotta make the best of what you're given sometimes. You're tag to your team as much as you want. As I was here, I was saying, hey, don't fight. I'm splitting. You guys need me or else you'll win. I decided to fight anyways. It is. You gotta make water out of it. Why not water? What thing is?
Blue team has slain the dragon.
Sometimes people think I'm weird for putting those words down in lane, but they're good because at this point I have that choke point right there, right? That's what I got my minion wave pushed up to. So what that means is when I have my minion wave pushed up to that point, that means someone's gonna come and answer to stop that push, and this instance, that's Kayn. And then after that, they can either push forward or move into another lane or move to the jungle. So that's why I throw that ward down. I'm going to see where they go. So with that ward, I see Kayn coming, so I know I have to back off. I'm not baiting him anymore. Because his team, if you look at the minimap, my team's all pretty far back. I know his team can get to him quicker. So people think those wards are silly sometimes, but you see how much intel it's gotten us there. You see Kayn still pushing, so. And I do those in lane too, putting wards close to people's tier 1. Very useful mid lane ward, not as useful top lane, but I still like it. It'll spot out rooms, give you intel what the enemy's doing as you come out of base or whatever. So, putting those wards down in lane at the choke point that you pushed up to. It's a good strategy. It pays off a lot. Here I'm basing because they're pushing mid hard. My team wants to chase a Garen. They can do it if they want, but Garen's not a good champion at this point. I've gapped him so hard that they want to just get distracted. They can. Here, I need to stop this push. I know I'm going to die, so I just ult in, get done whatever I can. Get a 2-piece, and it halts them decently well, and it sets up Kai'Sa here, as you'll see. So, I knew I was going to die there. I knew I'd be able to take at least one down with me. Fortunately, I got 2, but that play there saved the inhibitor. So, again, I believe that was the right play. But don't always get baited. My team won the chase the Garen, who's useless while they're hard pushing mid. I mean, I'll let them do whatever they want to do. If they want to be dumb, they killed the Garen in the end, so they probably think it was the right thing to do, but, whatever. I knew I had to go base, and I was probably going to end up dying, but it was worth it in the end because I protected the inhibitor. Got that 2-piece, Kai'Sa followed up, and it allowed them to make this counter push and get the inhibitor themselves. So sometimes you just have to do the dirty works yourself, even if you know you're going to die, take 1 or 2 down with you. Again, best of a bad scenario your team put you in. I mean, just look at the way Sett walks. What a Giga Chad. Look at how strong he is. He's just like... Did you know that Riot actually asked for some shirtless pictures of me when they were designing Sett? Believe it or not, my biceps are actually bigger. So, it is what it is, but that's what I look like IRL, in case anyone's wondering. I'm a big honk of ass. It's the shit out of those. I need swords, I just need fists. Again, here, Dragon coming up, so I'm absorbing the pressure. I'm going to 2v1, I don't care. 3v1. I'm going to get done what I can. This is going to guarantee my team Dragon. Top lane's all about pressure. Die sometimes for it, but it's the right decision. And Jace can't help himself, he is what he is. Look at this 15 death pig Jace. He deserved a loss. Maybe I should have ended this game so that he lost.
Killing spree.
full build here, so I'm buying the yellow elixir, tenacity and all. You have to buy your elixirs, make a big difference in fights. Teleporting in here because we have Baron. We're stronger. We're just looking to end here at this point, looking for the game-winning fight. Yeah, that's basically that. You want to see? I typed to my teammates here. I go, hey, on my ult, we're fighting. Looking for an ult on either Garen or Kane. Back line so I can wreak havoc. My teammates can follow up on it. Any with the gold, you know, where I had one. So here you'll see, positioning myself such that I can get on Garen just like that. Get on the back line, and they're done here. Arthas walks into my W like you saw, and he's done for. Last one left standing is Senna. She's done. She's finished. That's GG. Shout out Elise for actually ganking top. I know it's a rarity, but it feels so good when it happens. When it does happen, make sure you don't let your jungler down. You pay it forward. You become a raid boss. You absorb pressure, and you win the game just like that. Finished 16, 6, and 6. I did 55,000 damage this game, most in the lobby by, I think the second most was at like 40,000 or something. So, damage by 15,000 surplus. Yeah, thanks for watching. A lot of you cocksuckers watching my fucking videos aren't subscribed. Make sure you subscribe right now or I'll find you.